This is a video that I've looked forward to for a long time, actually, since we ordered this loader about a year ago, but we got our 2022 brand new John Deere 844L loader in. Now this one comes to replace our previous 844K2, which was a 2012. So there's a couple different features on this one. You'll notice the bucket is quite a bit different. It's thicker. It's also missing the holes here. This is a rock bucket as well, because we're in a gravel pit. The teeth are quite a bit different, and that's one of the things that's not so good about this loader. After only 3 days on the crusher, we already lost some teeth into the crusher because they're not as tight as the previous one. But overall, this is a great machine and we've thoroughly enjoyed it. The lighting on this one is all switched to LED. So if you'll notice, there's pods up there, pods down here, and there's also pods on the back, which makes a huge difference if you're working early mornings or late nights. Another thing that's different about this one is the weights on the back. This one lacks the big solid cast iron piece. This one does have some cast iron on the back, but it also doesn't have any suitcase weights, which makes it quite a bit lighter when you're working with heavy pit run and wet reject. A couple other things you'll notice: this one has a def tank, which the previous ones did not have. Also, another smaller feature, which is pretty cool, is the built-in plug for the block heater in the winter, so you don't have to go fishing around for the cord all the time. Couple things: the air filter's on the other side, and up there you'll notice the railing is a lot more extensive on this model than it was on the previous one. Also, the beacon up top is now LED and is thus much brighter, easier to see. We got the chrome stack, which is kind of cool. But the biggest features you'll notice about this thing are on the inside. Looking at the 844L from the inside, the most glaringly different feature about this unit is the lack of a steering wheel. The 844K2, though it did have the optional joystick control, also had the steering wheel, so you could toggle between both. The 844L is solely run by the joystick. Taking a seat in the operator position gives you a lot more visibility without the steering wheel in the way all the time. The armrest now automatically switches to joystick control when you flip it down without having to hold the switch that was always there. You'll also have your gear up, gear down buttons on your joystick, which you didn't have before. Some other cool features up here on this machine is the backup camera. It shows you a pretty wide range of what's behind you, actually, and it's fairly clear. This computer is also quite different from the old one in that you can go into settings and monitor a bunch of stuff. Your keypad is relatively the same. You do have Bluetooth audio in this one, which is something that didn't have in the K2, and I'm sure the K3 probably had it, but we didn't have that loader, so I can't tell you for sure. Another thing is you have auto climate control, fully auto air conditioning fans, you have your cooled seat, you have a heated seat, you have power mirrors and heated mirrors. Your controls are relatively the same. As I mentioned before, you got your joystick for steering, and then on the front you got your trigger for forward, neutral, reverse, and on your right hand you got your loader arms up, loader arms down, bucket tilt up, bucket dump. This is a gear down button here, and this is an auxiliary button. Both of these can be programmed to do whatever you want them to do. We also installed this radio just because we use it in the gravel pit, and you also have audio in, and you have a USB plug and 12-volt power. All in all, this loader is a large upgrade from the K2, and John Deere has innovated in a bunch of areas, and there is nothing I can think of that I would have to criticize on this, just besides the way the teeth are attached to the bucket. If you have more specific items that you want to see about this loader or questions that you have, feel free to leave them in the comments. If there's any other equipment you'd like to know how to operate, leave that in the comments as well. And if you like what you see, subscribe and like. Till next time.